The Sodder family. The victims' names are Maurice, Martha, Lewis, Jenny, and Betty Sodder. The location was in Fayetteville, West Virginia, on the night of Christmas Eve, 1945. All of the children were Caucasian of Italian descent, in appearance with dark brown or black hair and eyes. On Christmas Eve, 1945, the cause was traced to defective wiring, despite the fact the Christmas lights were still on after the fire started. The oldest two sons and daughters and the youngest daughter survived, but the 5 middle children were missing, and no trace of their remains were found. Believing that the fire was a cover for the abduction of their children, George and Jenny Sodder spent a fortune on detectives to investigate. Several pieces of evidence and eyewitnesses backed up George's kidnapping belief. In 1968, a photo, supposedly from Lewis Sodder, was mailed to the surviving family. On the back was the message, "Lewis Sodder, love brother, Frankie. Little boys, AO 132 or 90135. Detective C.C. Tinsley was hired to investigate the photo and where it came from, but he vanished and never was seen again. A billboard describing the family mystery was erected near the site of their house. Law enforcement did not do anything to investigate the children's whereabouts. The coroner's report declared them legally dead. George Sodder eventually died in 1969, Jenny in 1988. The billboard now no longer stands. The suspects, none known, but speculation suggests the kids were abducted by an illegally child-selling agencies, similar to George Tan's, with help from the police. 2 months before the fire, the Sodders had an argument with another Fayetteville resident, who tried to sell them life insurance. He warned them about their house would burn down, and their children would vanish. He was also a member of the coroner's jury, which ruled the fire accidental. Other amateur sleuths pointed out that Mr. Sodder owned a coal trucking business. The coal industry was under constant pressure from the mafia, which may have been involved in the children's disappearance. 90132 was a postal code for Palermo, Sicilia at the time. The Sodders themselves were of Italian descent. The original name was Soddu,